Hello guys, Skidd here and welcome to Rocket League. What is Rocket League? Well, essentially it's soccer, but you're playing as cars. And as simple as that sounds, it is incredibly addictive. Amazing game, out on Steam. I highly suggest it if you're interested in this kind of thing. It can be very tense battling, especially if the other players are really good. You can do 1v1, you can do 2 versus 2, 3 versus 3, and even 4 versus 4, which is called Chaos Mode. It takes a lot of teamwork, a lot of communication, and man, I've been hooked on this game for a while. I've been actually playing it a lot with Lucid Burrito. This particular game session was not played with him. He wasn't online at the time. This was a random online session I was playing with some guy named Durka, and then the other team was Jake and Lloyd. And I'm bringing this to you because I particularly liked this game session, and I wanted to show you guys what this game's all about. So we're going to go ahead and play, and as you see, I'm staying back and I'm defending. Obviously the goal of the game is to get the ball into the opposing team's goal. Durka here was doing not too bad over here. He was keeping the ball close to their side, but he lost it after Lloyd hit it. Thankfully, the ball was headed for our goal. I'll rewind a little bit to show you guys exactly what was happening here. Another reason why I want to bring this to you guys is I like watching my replays and studying what other people do, so I can learn and maybe take advantage of that for future players. Anyway, we'll slow this down a little bit. So what he did is he had it going right for our goal. So I had to come in and knock it to the side so it wouldn't go in. There are some times when you can hit the ball from clear across the field and it flies all the way into the goal because there's just no way to catch up to it at that point. But as you see, I decided to leave my post as the goalie to try and help Durka get it into the goal over here. Whoop. Whoa, where'd the ball go? I lost sight of it for a second there. Alright, let's rewind a little bit so we can see what happens. Alright. So, there we go. I did a backflip trying to stop it. Durka hits it back over here toward their goal. What happens next is they hit the ball and it flies over. Now this is a really terrible shot if it's on your side, and an amazing shot if it's on their side. So basically, I'm in the perfect position right here. I'm right here. The ball is flying this way. That means I have the chance to get a goal. The only problem is Jake is sitting right here at the ready. So what's going to happen? Well, let's see. Let's slow it down. This kid comes in, whack. Knocks it straight up. Now Jake, as you see, started using his little aerial hit here. Where did Jake go? Here he is. Alright, so you hit the ball. Speed it up a little bit. Now, that's one of the things you can do is you can jump and use your boost to do these little aerial hits to block. However, Jake did it a little bit too late. And I'll show you why. Because he used this and accidentally knocked the ball in himself. So that was the first goal of the game. 0-1, 4 minutes left on the timer. Now, this is horrible right here because, as you see, I'm going to zoom back a little bit. Now, they both slammed into the ball there, and Jake caught his wheels on the ground a lot sooner than Durka did, and he knocked the ball over this way. Now, I tried my best to defend and knock the ball over that way. I started heading for it. The only problem is, when I did hit it, Jake stopped it. And now this is terrible. Remember what I told you guys before? This is terrible because there's a clear shot. There's nobody in the goal, and Lloyd here already is hitting his boosts. Boom. Durka completely stopped. Durka didn't even try to defend at that point. So good shot on the opposing team. They are able to get a good shot there. Yeah, and as you can probably tell, there is the DMC-12 DeLorean is a DLC in the game, which is pretty cool. I don't have that, but I'm not too fussed. So right here, I know I was communicating when I was playing this live. I know I was communicating with Durka, and I was telling him, you can communicate in the game with like quick messages, like I got it or defending or something like that. And I remember I told him that I had it, but he decided to go anyway. So there's nobody defending here, which is frustrating to say the least. That's why I said it takes a lot of communication, a lot of teamwork. So the score is 1-1, 3 minutes 40 seconds on the clock, and it's getting extremely close. Now, that would have been scary, the ball crossing across our goal here. However, we got lucky because that guy was already over there at his goal, and the only one here was Lloyd. So luckily, it just flew straight across. Now, if somebody was there, they could have jumped into that and knocked it into our goal. We were very lucky at that point. So again, I stayed back here to defend a little bit. I decided to grab a couple of these little things on the ground because they increase your boost. You do run out of boost. Now, this ball, this ball was really scary because he knocked it over here. Jake hits it, boom. Those kinds of balls are really scary because they can fly up and right over you into your goal. Now, I backed up, but I didn't protect against this because I saw that it was heading for the goal post. Boom. So I knew that it would not actually enter the goal at that point, so I was able to actually get it out of the way there. As you see, Durka still left us, there's still nobody protecting there. Usually there's a lot of this. So Lloyd did a really sick jump there. I have to hand it to him. He did a really good jump there, knocked the ball really fast, right past Durka. Durka jumped a little too late and right into our goal. So right now, enemy team was winning against us 2-1 with a little less than 3 minutes left on the clock. Again, I communicated with this guy. Okay, look at this, I gotta show you this. So everybody starts over, right? After there's a goal, everybody starts over, and there's usually, they put you in different positions, and usually the people that are closer need to go for the ball. Look at him, he's next to the goal. I am actually closer. If you look at this, I'm closer to the ball than he is. A lot closer to the ball. And I remember telling him that I was going to go for the ball, but guess what? Zoom, 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 he goes anyway. But of course the enemy team didn't do much better. We all went for it, obviously. But that's not the sign of good teamwork. You have to have at least one person standing guard. At least that's what I feel. So they hit the ball over that way toward our goal. Luckily, I was able to hit it back in that direction. As you see, I came back over here. Even though I hit the ball that way, I still came over here to try and guard the goal just in case. Now, you see that? It's a good thing I did because I hit the ball that way. I came over here and they hit the ball. Boom. The ball is flying this way, right toward our goal. Thankfully, I was right here to knock it right back. What happens next? The ball lands right there. I jump, hit, directly under Jake Kenneth into their goal. So, let's slow that down a little bit. I like watching these in slow motion. These are cool. So ball's flying over here. Jake had the right idea to try and knock it back, but he ended up flying over it. That's the problem. And I knocked it under him, right to the ball. Yeah, whenever the ball goes in the goal, it explodes and sends everybody flying away, which is really cool. So again, let's see if he goes for it this time. Oh, he didn't. He actually stayed back to defend this time. It's a good thing he did because, well, he was able to stop it there, and I was able to hit it forward. So let's back up a little bit. Let's watch the game from a different perspective. You know what? I like to do this. I like to sit in the bleachers and kind of watch it as if I was sitting in the audience. Ooh, that was a close one. It hit the top of our goalpost. Luckily, it didn't go in at that point. Enemy's doing really good at keeping the pressure on, keeping the ball in our territory. We need to get it back over on the blue side as quick as we can. As you see, Durka's not doing a very good job at keeping the ball moving. Oh yes, that is something else that can happen. If you boost and you get like a little, like, oh, I don't know what it's called. You get like an extra boost if you boost a certain amount, and you run into somebody. See, now there's that little extra boost, you see, that blue? And if you run into somebody, boom, it destroys them. And it takes it a couple of seconds for them to respawn, but it doesn't take very long. It can help sometimes, but usually not very much. Anyway, right here, as you see, boom. I don't know what Durka was doing, but Lloyd ended up knocking the ball right into our goal very slowly. Watch this. Durka was right there at the ready, even facing the right way, and he jumped backward. Hell, I even tried getting it too. If you see here, I started zooming forward. I was like, no! And I almost made it, but I wasn't quite quick enough. So unfortunately, the enemy is up on us, 3-2, with only 1 minute, 21 seconds left in the match. Ball goes flying toward our territory. That was terrifying. We were able to get it out, but it doesn't last long because Jake hits the ball right over here. It's still in their territory, which is a good spot for it to be. But as you see, nobody was going for it at that point. And right there, I was able to block it. But the problem is, Lloyd was in this perfect position, way over in the middle. So Jake hits it, and I think I knocked it into Durka, and he knocked it in the middle. Lloyd comes in, hits it right in the middle, and it flies right to the goal. Now that's the kind of ball that you cannot reach no matter how hard you try. So enemy's up 4-2 now, with 44 seconds left in the match. Durka hits it. I'm over here guarding. Durka drives right under it. Jake hits the ball toward me. Now I hit it right back, and it bounces. Lloyd misses, and I get a good shot in right into their goal, which puts us up 4-3. It helps a little bit, but there's still only 28 seconds left to get one more score. Now, if you score evenly in this game, it goes into overtime, and until like one team scores, and then it ends with that team as the winner, obviously. But right now, there's only 28 seconds left to catch up. Otherwise, we lose. So the ball's way over in their court, so I decided to leave my post at the goal. Durka just kind of jumps right over it. Jake hits the ball. Now look at this. Watch this badassedness right here. I fly up, knock it. That was an aerial hit, by the way. Jake comes over. 8, 7, 6. Let's slow it down now. Skidd hits it. I don't know what Durka's doing, but as you see, let's go back a little bit so we can see exactly what's going on. Stay right here. So I'm hitting the ball. I really wanted to get into that goal. I hit it. It flies right past Jake. And then Lloyd knocks it in right in for me. So luckily, with 3 seconds on the clock left, 3 seconds left on the clock, I tied it up. Or rather, I should say, Lloyd tied it up for us. So, 3 seconds left. The timer starts as soon as the ball is hit. 1 second left, boom. Now we're in overtime, 4-4. I don't know what was going on there. I guess I was going to try and defend, but realized I was ahead, and I was like, oop. But luckily we were still able to defend. I fly into the damn goal is what happens here. So, but everybody, you know, overtime is a very tense moment. Everybody's kind of shaking and nobody knows exactly what to do. So I hit the ball toward their goal. I'm thinking, okay, I need to get past these guys somehow. I need to get the ball knocked into the goal as quick as I can. So I try to hit my boost. Sadly, Jake has a boost as well that he's already hitting. I need to hit it into the goal. What happens? I'm aiming for it. Jake stands right in front of me. Keeps me right over there. But guess who comes to save the day at the last second? Durka. Durka happened to be in the right position at the right time. Look at this. He was all the way across the field at our goal. What happens? He starts boosting forward. Boom. I just thought that was such an excellent play. And that was game. We win 5-4 after a little bit of overtime too, which, yeah, I thought that was a pretty amazing little game. So I hope I explained that well enough. It was kind of like guerrilla style because this is just on the fly. I didn't have any kind of practice or anything, you know, announcing. I was trying to explain it to the best of my ability, but let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you like this game? Do you want to see more? I've got quite a few more replays I can record and show you. But this is by far one of my favorites. I've got a lot more, some with Lucid Burrito. Those will be interesting to show you. But until then, I guess I'll see you guys next time.